Sup everyone, welcome back to another video. Sorry for the late video today, but I have a legitimate reason for being late. Alright, your boy kind of got sidetracked today with something, and maybe I'll share it with you guys in the live stream tomorrow. Anyways, now that we're here, today's video is about Heizou, and I want to talk not only about what was shown, but what was also implied during the live stream. Yes, the live stream that will go down as a forever meme in Genshin history. But aside from that, there are some very meaningful bits and pieces of information that were revealed, and one of them being Heizou, as he is designed to be a catalyst user that focuses primarily with close combat. Now, if this is the first time you're here on my channel, please consider subscribing and ringing that bell, because we talk about stuff like this every single day, no kidding. If I don't have a video uploaded, I am live streaming right here on YouTube. That's right, you don't have to go to Twitch or anything to recommit to a live stream experience. You can do it right here on YouTube. Alright, anyways, with that all said, let's just jump right into the beginning, with Heizou being a close quarter combat catalyst user, and I would just like to call that a battle mage. So if you guys have been following my content for some time, I believe it was around the time when Yanfei first came out that I had requested and actively spoken about a battle mage, meaning I wanted a mage that kind of did what Yanfei did, but more flexible in the sense that they can get close and personal with the enemies. And the reason I said that back in the day was because I felt catalyst users for the most part had an over-reliance on some sort of protection due to them being too weak, too fragile, and prone to CC. A lot of them also have moves that requires them to charge up, and with certain moves also taking up longer skill animations, it was just a recipe for disaster when team slots started becoming more and more competitive, to the point where for most catalyst users, you feel like if you don't bring a shielder, or if shielding was not built into their kit, it was borderline guaranteed to be a DPS lost in most situations, meaning you have to bring Zhongli or another shielder, and if you were doing that, oftentimes it was at the cost of more damage. And you guys know how Abyss works. It's not about how long you stay alive, it's about how fast the enemies die. So giving up more damage in return for either a safer damage environment or just plain old damage mitigation was not going to be the right way to go, and that has continued till modern Spiral Abyss as well. So this isn't news to anyone. That's why back then I said a battle mage would be perfect, although Yanfei was as close as we ever got to one, meaning that she had defense built into her kit, hence Tankfei, hence why she actually is even relevant to any degree. I still thought deep down that a battle mage is absolutely necessary in the development of Genshin Impact going forward if the meta were to stay the same. And lo and behold, finally we're getting a battle mage in Heizou. Now, why is this also important? It's not me gloating saying, wow, look, I told you guys we needed this and we got it. But what is so important with Heizou's design is not that he's a battle mage which caters to the current style of combat for Abyss, but the fact that he implies something going forward into Sumeru and future meta iterations. This is so perfect, because I think with this it solidifies even more my biggest concern with Dendro, and that is the fact that Dendro will not be reacting with a Nemo and likely Geo, essentially forming a trifecta of non-reaction elements. Now, this has more proof than you guys would believe, okay? And if you guys are saying I'm looking at leaks, I've been saying that there's a potential where a Nemo does not interact with Dendro for like 3 patches now. So, hey, y'all should just keep up with my content if you're gonna throw shade at me like that without knowing what the hell I've been talking about, speculating with, and the facts that I've been providing up to this point in supporting my claims and speculations. So going forward into Sumeru, expect more Anemo characters, in fact, to be self-standing units that are capable of dishing out great damage. Heizou is the first one. I guarantee you the next Anemo character that comes out will not be likely a support-oriented character. I just know, because right now with Heizou's design, he does not need to sit in the back of the team and facilitate the team with your traditional Viridescence build like Kazuha, like Sucrose, like Venti, and to some degree even Jean. Yes, these characters are still going to be useful going forward in elemental teams, but assuming that Dendro does not interact with Anemo, Viridescence is going to lose a lot of its priority in teams that are Dendro focused, unless the Anemo unit in question can stand alone as a valuable piece in the team structure without being reliant on Viridescence. Now, this is a balanced design that I think is amazing going forward, because you just can't have Viridescence holding such a valuable position in all the teams, forever. I think elemental teams are great in that we have strong carries, great variants, and fun to play team options. So having a Kazuha, Sucrose, Venti in those teams are always going to be beneficial for you going forward. But characters like Heizou, and in the future more Anemo units that can be standalone carries or off-field carries without needing Viridescence, and likely maybe even using the emblem set or a new artifact set to take advantage of not their elemental typing and swirl reaction, but maybe more intricate game design that's built into their kit, allowing them to be more unique characters. And speaking on unique characters, that's definitely something HoYoverse seems to be focusing more and more. Look at the 4 stars nowadays compared to the ones we got. Look at Bennett, look at Xingqiu, look at Xiangling. And then you compare them to Goro, Sara, Yanfei, Rosaria, and even the most recent one, Shinobu. These characters of the modern era requires you to fit them very carefully and precisely into teams that can fully utilize their kits. They're not going to be any more one piece fits all scenarios. That's just the course of the game. HoYoverse can't be continuously handing out freebie units. I mean, look at Bennett. He's been a core component of Spiral Abyss since 1.0. Well, people didn't use him in 1.0 because they thought he sucked, but technically speaking, if you figured him out early on, you were able to utilize them since 1.0 all the way until the current iteration of Abyss. Too much value, too lucrative. Where's the money in that? So going forward, expect characters to be more specialized, and Heizou is going to be no exception. He's going to be specialized in likely Dendro teams. He can probably synergize somehow with Dendro units, considering he doesn't have any reaction with them. Well, I guess at this point, air quote, assuming he doesn't have any reactions with them, because Anemo won't interact with Dendro. But with him not being a Viridescent user likely, you can see a situation where a high constellation Heizou can somehow coexist with a potential Dendro unit who also doesn't heavily rely on a Dendro reaction to function well. Meaning, 2 units that relies more on their kits to function well as opposed to their reactions of functioning well will now be able to be in the same team and find some level of success. Now, am I going to say Heizou is going to be the secret OP hidden gem must pull C6 character? Absolutely not. He's a 4-star character. 4-star characters are designed to be niches in this day and era, and going forward, they're just going to get more and more niche. But it's good to keep this in your head that Anemo characters will likely see less usage in Viridescence with newer ones coming out, and prioritize more into other avenues, because HoYoverse needs to sell these units in an era where Dendro is gonna be selling like hotcakes. So of course you want characters that could be paired with these new Dendro units. If you piece everything together, it just makes sense. Now, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Did you anticipate this? Did you see this? Did you realize this when you saw Heizou being revealed in the livestream, or when you saw Heizou being leaked? I guess what, like a month ago? What are your biggest go-tos going forward? What do you think HoYoverse has cooked up for us in the near future? Look forward to reading all your comments and seeing you guys all in the live stream tomorrow. Till then, urge you all to stay safe and peace. Bye.